So I've been working for the last year looking at how to reduce stress and anxiety, all tied in with the Healthy Emotionalised programme and how that might fit within school. Who can tell me why we do it?
It relaxes you when you're really, really angry. It's hard to calm yourself down without doing mindfulness because you're just going to keep on making yourself sad or more angry if you are.
I worked with this class and their teacher, trying out different activities until finally we came to some things that would fit within the school day. So there's a 15-minute slot each day, and the activities build up so that each day is repeated, which eventually builds up a good habit of well-being based around increasing self-awareness, and by doing that, increasing self-regulation. Deep breath in, breathe out. Can you see the bubbles? Then we would go into what's called a body scan. So you would just sit nice and comfortably and check through your body, bringing yourself to the present. So for body's concentration, I would like you to sit with both feet flat on the ground if you can. If you're comfortable, to close your eyes. If you're not, just take your head down so that you're not looking at anybody who might put you off. Because mindfulness is a very focused activity, I felt it was very important that the brain has a time to switch off. So the different system within your brain, rather than being actively focused, it goes to the default mode network, which is about the brain relaxing. So I brought in this idea of doodling, where you're not trying to do anything in particular, but you're just letting your brain relax. With your pen, I don't want you to draw anything. Let your pen move nice and slow, nice and steady, not doing anything in particular. In fact, if you normally hold the pen with this hand, hold it with this hand. Just let your brain have a bit of downtime and just relax. Could you tell me what you like about mindfulness?
I really like the breathing because every time you're mad and really excited or sad, you can just breathe in and really relaxed. When I did mindfulness in school, it inspired me to make a box so that I could pull things out. So if I'm anxious, or anything else, it made me feel much more relaxed. It inspired me to, when I went home, to make a book for mindfulness. So I cut out some things which could make me upset and things that could help me get not upset. If I was upset, I'd point to what made me upset and how I could fix it, and then I did those things.
So today we've been going out to the forest and doing forest bathing, which is really just getting the kids to kind of absorb the forest through their senses, being able to what they can hear, what they can see, what they can smell, what they can feel. And that's just to give them that kind of presence of being in the present moment, rather than thinking about what they've just been doing or what they're just about to do. Just allowing them the time to slow down.
As you walked in, gave you an opportunity to just close your eyes, that when you had us in a circle, close your eyes and listen and stop and breathe. And we've done a little bit of that. I know it's only sort of a day or so since we've been, but the breathing we've done in classroom as well as children come in from playtime, because it just takes them back to, actually, this is the space that we've been in.
And that's, again, about that self-awareness and self-regulation, so they can practice how to slow down and take the world in.
So, welcome to the woods, everyone. If you've gone too far and you can't see the flag, come back in. So let's look at your hands. I think we need to arrive in the forest. And a good way of arriving in the forest is washing your hands in the forest.
Rub it right in like that. Rub it right in like that. That's it, that's it.
And taking a deep breath in, bring your hands together without touching them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the cocktail making lesson. Are you ready? What I need are some great things from the forest. So I'm looking around. Oh, I think, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's gonna look really good. So I might crumble some of that in. I might give a little bit of splash of that. I might find a few leaves. I might look around and think, oh.
Have a good smell of it when you're finding things.
I got some pine cones. Some rocks.
I got
Looks like a rose shape.
Grass, bit of a pine cone, leaf. I'm looking for a few accessories for my cocktail.
How does that smell like? I think I've got some dirt, I've got a pine cone, I've got a little purple flower.
Mine looks like an
Jane, that the one, the woodland swirl.
Tweet-woo! Tweet-woo! Tweet-woo!
Mine's called A Taste of Mud.
Mine is called the Pinewood.
Red mint forest nature.
Lemony leaves.
Taking in the forest, bathing in the forest with what you can hear, what can smell. Why I'm doing that really is because for me, I'm thinking the world they're going to be in 10 years' time isn't going to be any slower, any less unpredictable, any less stressful. So the skills now they need to learn and practice are being able to slow themselves down so they can adapt to the world.
What these little frames do, if you wink with one eye, I always make a funny face when I do that, and you can frame things.
I think being an artist in residence, I've been able to bring that creative adaptation, being able to adapt to whatever's thrown at you, you can adapt to it. Bathing in the forest, everything you can smell, everything you can see, everything you can hear, everything you can feel. Put your hands on the tree, go right to the ground, go all the way down to the ground.
My favourite part was probably making the cocktails because I got a chance to feel all the things I put in.
Well, I've enjoyed making the cocktail because you just got to explore everywhere and you're free. There's no limits.
Doing the blindfolded thing, it made me trust the woods a lot more. I've liked doing the running and the making the cocktails.
And what did you like about making the cocktails?
That you got to explore and actually pick and hold things and mix them together.
It's like you're going inside the nature, like being with the nature.
It's like being part of the forest again, rather than civilization all the time.
It's about relaxing and your mental health.
I think it's really important to bring the outside for the children. They're in so much indoors, and just to be able to bring them out to an environment like this, you can see they just really enjoy it and engage.
I had not heard of forest bathing at all, and wondered really what the process was and how that was going to, having 20 years teaching experience, how that was going to, get around children and what children would think of that.
And every time you breathe out, you relax into the ground a little bit further.
Started with trepidation, I will say, but absolutely loved it. Have changed my mind wholeheartedly. As we arrived, you were at one with nature straight away. Very calming, very really opened up your senses. Realised immediately upon sort of arrival at the forest that really that was a place that instantly calmed and instantly gave a completely different view of the fast-paced life that we have. Children were very excited about what was to come. I think not really knowing what was to come either. We walked through the forest, we looked at those bits, we found the clearing, so the excitement built, but then the calm came sort of alongside the activities that you were doing.
Close your eyes, can you hear that?
As we were walking through the forest, a lot of children started to really open their eyes to what they saw. One of the activities which I really enjoyed was the blindfolding activity, where the children had to go and stand next to a tree, and really what was lovely was there was a little boy who's normally quite disengaged in my classroom, and he just came alive. He said, I didn't realise that trees could smell like this. I didn't realise that, I can hear everything. Although I can't see, he said, my other senses have come alive. And I just think that for me, for him as an individual, the learning that took place there was fabulous.
We went to this forest, didn't we? Yeah, and we were doing sunbathing. No, not sunbathing, forest bathing. Forest bathing.
Is it sort of bumpy or spiky?
Our lives are so fast-paced, both adult and children. Being still, being silent and listening. I had one little girl who was saying, I've got this club on Monday, this club on Tuesday, I'm doing this, and then we've got a busy weekend as well.
And just let yourself look at the trees moving around.
This is the calm feeling inside that we can have, and I think it's about teaching children that calm and inner feeling and expecting them to be able to apply those strategies when the need is most great.
And it made me feel really calm when we had to close our eyes and listen to all the types of things in the forest. Meditating. Yeah, and we heard birds and I heard a lost cat. So I think I heard a fox. Wait, did you? Yeah. I didn't. And some people heard an owl. So that's like the type of stuff what you'll hear in the forest.
Just gives them the opportunity to think about themselves, their breathing, being themselves, and just taking that time with no distractions other than themselves.
What's been really interesting is to see it over some time and see the kids really taking it on themselves and doing it at home, you know, practicing it and getting really good. And when there's that time when they just really slow down and you can feel how still they get. And that's a really good skill for them to have at this age.